Hello, my crafty friends. Today I'm sharing another card as a guest designer for Divinity Designs. So I started off with the vintage label flip fold with layers. And that is a die set that I've had for several years. In fact, I bought it as soon as it was released because if you follow me, you know I love these Z folds, these flip folds, or flip it style cards. So the die cuts the card base and it does all of the scoring for you. So there's no muss, no fuss, one pass through your die cutting machine and you have a flip fold card base. This die set comes with the layers, and a lot of the Divinity Designs dies also have this embossed feature which adds such a nice detail to the cards. In addition to the vintage label flip fold with layers die set, I used these vintage bird label stamps and the Divinity Designs geometric paper pad. Now this one is sized for slimline cards, but you can see it works really well for an A2 size card as well. So I used the layering dies to die cut all of the layers, made sure I embossed the edges, and then adhered them down to the card base. And I love it that all of the edges are straight and even. There's no muss, no fuss, no measuring, no templates. The image here, I used this smallest one. I stamped it with black VersaFine ink on a scrap of watercolor paper and then clear heat embossed it. Once that was done, I used watercolor markers, scribbling them on my glass mat, picking up the color with a water brush and just painted the color on. When I was finished, I outlined the outer edge with a white gel pen just to make it pop a little more. And then I added foam tape and put it on top of the label. And both of these labels are included in that die set. I white heat embossed the butterflies, the flower, and the happy birthday, also included in the vintage bird label set. And on the flip side, I used the same included label to die cut this from watercolor paper. Once again, I used black VersaFine and clear embossing powder and clear embossed this image here on the center and did my watercoloring the same. I used my Karen watercolor markers, scribbling them on a glass mat, picking up the color with a water brush, and then just painting it on. And the nice thing about having an embossed edge is it kind of acts as a reservoir and keeps all of the color inside the lines. So a bright and cheerful birthday card. It is an A2 size, folded 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And even with the foam tape here and the additional folds, this card is light and thin enough that it will mail for a single stamp. This is actually one of 3 cards that I will be sharing today. So I'm going to link my blog below, as well as the Divinity Designs blog, and you can check those out for lots of inspiration. If you enjoyed my video today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.